Good afternoon, and as you can see, I have a huge smile on my face. One, because someone here on a set, I have no idea what he's wearing, but anyway, you'll see him in a short bit. But anyway, this is Soccer 360, the number one show that keeps you in the loop with all matters football. And of course, the leagues have begun. The Bundesliga, the La Liga, the Premier League, of course, also has begun, and there are many games to look forward to this weekend. Now, before I get into anything, I need to introduce these three very special people who are with me on set. Salim Waziri, rocking his Man City jersey. Nicolette White, I wish you had come with the United jersey.
I know, right?
You know,
you
feel
but
out
I'm
of
waiting
place.
I'm waiting for the away one.
Oh,
the away kit.
Yeah, because I always end up wearing the
and
red
I'm waiting
jersey.
for Arsenal's third kit. You've seen the third kit?
Yeah, I have.
The navy blue.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cute.
And then, okay, I'd like my cameraman just to take a full view of Bar Prince.
No,
what is happening?
I'm still getting ready.
And where are your shoes?
Because let me tell you, my shoes are just behind there. Because nilikuwa zoezi, so nikaona nikuje. Sasa ungenikataza kuingia na yote bado ni ya board. So I'm just getting ready, nasikia kuna vitu zinanishika hapa lakini kwa sawa. Hizi ni socks za board. Actually hizi ni zile nilikuwa natumia nikiwa Wydad Kabeb. So nikaona tu nikuje nazo once and for all at least pia wasewa get kuona. But anyway, I'm just okay. My short si mara kwanza nimekam nayo. Kila time like umevaa sasa mbona sisi wote tufanani?
All right.
As I told you earlier, just do you, but just do you.
Yeah.
As long as you're not naked, it's okay.
No, I'm not. I cannot get naked. But again, I have. It's fine. It's fine. Siku moja labda mtaniallow pia maybe to.
You get naked?
Oh.
Are you crazy?
No, I mean, I didn't mention that. I didn't.
Look at this lad.
I did not mention
What is
that.
the
This is the
cost?
stress being a Chelsea fan gives you.
But let me tell
I
you.
can imagine maybe it's because of the 2 defeats now.
No, it's not because
You're
of
going
that.
a bit
But
cuckoo.
again, niko na fire na wewe. You have to know that. Because also you know, ile lazima, as you here, as a Manchester United fan, you have to control your fellas. All right? All these people are talking
By the
too
way,
much.
you told me yesterday on set,
Which fellas?
this is my United
Manchester
fans.
United colleagues, these people, I don't know what is happening to them. You have to
why
talk to
is
me.
it?
But you know you have to talk to me.
But
They-
why
they are-
is it
they-
that when Manchester United wins a game, we're not allowed to celebrate?
Manchester
it?
United are just high on a fluked 4-0 victory.
Okay,
So
yeah.
You just
Bear
keep
with
quiet.
them.
Anyway, guys,
You have Spurs today, you
Prince,
never know.
Nicolette White, Salim, we'll get into the Premier League just in a little bit.
But
while.
akona case.
You had told me yesterday,
akona
there
kesi.
goes your mic. You had told me yesterday that you have a problem with Nicolette. She has to be here today, and here she is. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, you, the viewers at home, get into the conversation. With today's topics, we'll be discussing, of course, Arsenal vs Burnley kicking off in less than an hour's time. Then there's City and Spurs. That's a big game for today. That's our hot topic. And then we'll also be touching on tomorrow's game, Chelsea vs Leicester City. Now, you can reach us on Twitter, #Soccer360. Our social media handles will be appearing at the bottom of the screen, and as well as our WhatsApp number. Now, before we get anything started in the EPL, we want to just do a roundup of what took place last night, actually, in Europe. That includes Bayern Munich's draw, Barcelona's shock defeat, and Lyon thrashing Angers. Let's have a look. Okay, before my director brings that up, now, guys, what did you make of, let's start with Barcelona, shock defeat, first game of the season at the San Mamés. Who saw that coming in? The goal was spectacular.
I am just happy and I'm just amazed by the first goal of the season for La Liga. I mean, that was a very nice and superb.
From a very veteran player. He's about 34?
Yeah, 36 now.
36.
Is it?
36 at Duris.
Yeah, he's about that, around there.
36.
For him to do that.
It trended
shows
in a
how
minute,
fit.
actually, on Twitter at #1. After
You
that
would
goal.
know, you're always on Twitter 24 hours.
Hey, my friend. But again, he scored against a big team, champions, Barcelona.
But I don't think they're going to be champions this season.
Yeah,
They're
well,
off to a very rocky start. They have too much Domez in the back room.
The Domez, eh?
and when you look at that Barcelona team, when Messi is not playing, it looks like a very average team. And yesterday again, this is it's a no-brainer to Coutinho. He is fit, but he couldn't even make the 19-man squad that made.
But the rumor is that he's on his
completing
way
a move.
to he's
Bayern
on his way
Munich.
to
Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Munich.
It's high time.
He's leaving,
It's high-
actually.
yeah.
On loan,
Yeah,
but there's
on
an
loan.
option to buy at the end of the
Because
season.
it's high time. They're just telling him you
Yeah, you
don't
need to.
deserve
And they're trying
it.
to even clear up
You're
those
not
wages.
welcome
And,
here. Yeah,
but anyway, let's have a look at the highlights. My director has brought up that the European League roundup. Let's have a look at what took place last night.
These guys are still in the race. Nevertheless, whatever they are going through, I am talking about Real Madrid.
You're just saying that because Hazard is there.
No,
Yeah.
Hazard is not even fit to play, first of all.
partly. But Hazard is that guy who can be fit at any moment. Talking like this because Mini Meona before what has done with Chelsea.
Why don't
Let
you
me
have your
tell
shoes on?
No, let me be.
Bah,
We are not going to talk football just because
Okay,
of how
no, continue.
it's okay.
Continue.
Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't look at me. leave the viewers to look at us. What I'm saying is Real Madrid are still in the competition.
Yeah, they
and
are.
I think they bought Hazard with a purpose. And also, what we are seeing in just among them is just for some time. And I think maybe
You
before
think they'll come
tufike
good?
January,
They'll be
itakuwa
good.
You see, that's where I'll differ with you, because you can't. I don't believe in building a team around one player. It's
But it
not
is
what
not a-
it's not
I
what
think
wins
they've done
titles.
so.
My problem,
they've
my
had-
problem, I think, with Real Madrid is that the another person that they wanted to get this summer they didn't get was Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
I think that's the
But
person
that was a
trying-
dream as a...
But
No,
you
no,
see,
no,
when I look at it,
Pogba.
I don't see Pogba moving to
I
the
think
La
next
Liga.
summer, I don't think this
No,
season.
I don't see him moving to La
But
Liga.
imagine they have enough midfielders.
But Real Madrid, we, with whatever we say here, we also have Gareth Bale, that whose issue has not been solved.
James
Having him in the
Rodriguez as
team
well.
is a mistake in itself, because no one doubts Gareth Bale's quality, only Zinedine Zidane. So
Yeah.
they don't want to sell him and they don't want to play
And
him.
James
So
as well. James
Absolutely.
Rodriguez. He's
So
just there
They
doing
they
his
really, and I
there's
really
just
think,
a lot of issues at Real Madrid.
Salim, I really think Zinedine Zidane is not, looking or maybe degrading the quality that this lad is having. Maybe kuna personal issues just between them, because Gareth Bale is
And that's a
that
problem.
player.
But you see,
He's
you
that
can't run a team based off personal issues. You need to run a team based off a player's
Personally,
every
I think
individual
it's
player's
personal.
skill.
Personal.
It is, because if you look at the fact that when he finally agreed to move to China, Zidane all of a sudden decided you're not allowed to
You
move.
see?
Yeah, that's personal
That's
issues.
personal. It's not based on how this player or this whatever is.
we would never
blessing.
know what happens behind the closed doors. We would never know if it's personal or if it's just.
And the
from
bad
the-
thing about all these personal issues between players and coaches, it spills over to the dressing room. So,
Yeah.
and then it messes everything completely
And you
up.
know,
So-
also in the team, there's always the players who are going to back their fellow player, and there are
Absolutely.
players who are going to
Absolutely.
listen to the coach. So
But
it brings a rift. So, which is why you can't say Real are contenders to the title.
Okay, now let me
I believe
stop
so.
that Real Madrid chat. Now, Memphis Depay. I'm coming to you about that. He's currently better than the forward line in United currently.
You know him better.
Did you see his skill for that last goal? Absolutely ridiculous. Let's talk
I,
about
no,
this guy for a
wait
minute.
a minute. Are you regretting? Are you regretting
There are a lot
that
of
he left
players.
United?
No, there are a lot of players that have been sold from United that I have regretted them being sold, but I'm not the decision maker. If I was, there's so many
So
players.
he's
who
one
would
of
have
them?
He's one of them who would have
Okay.
never
He's-
left.
He's
Don't
an
ask her
absolute-
any question.
In the League One, he's tearing up the League One. For, is it 2 seasons now? He's been absolutely.
And you
phenomenal.
sold him, not that you gave him.
You see, you're saying it like as if I personally sold him. I would have never sold him if I was the coach of
when
that
you
team.
when you've won, you guys unajita Manchester City.
Wait, we are going to get to the topic of the Premier League.
Nakwambia, I want us to reach
We
there.
are getting there. Let's just wind up on Depay again. Memphis Depay, do you think he's better than the United front three at the moment?
Yeah.
Martial, Rashford, and Lingard, is it?
Of course, don't even put Lingard in that equation. You can even remove Lingard from that. You can't even put him there. I don't even put Greenwood over Lingard. But yeah, he's one of the players we should have never let go of.
I could give Martial a break, but when I compare the likes of Lingard, the likes of, let's say, Rashford, I think when you look at Depay now, his quality is way, way better.
Yeah.
We know Martial, when he wants to play
When he
ball,
wants to play, he does
can
play
play
ball.
ball. So get Martial out of the question. You look at the other three, the Sanchez and all of them, you say Depay.
Oh my God,
Depay
Sanchez.
is
I even
absolute-
forget that
absolute
Sanchez is still
quality.
on our
It's
team.
class.
Why? Anyway, I don't dwell on this a lot because we have to move into the EPL. But why United? You get so many superstars in that team, and they just flop. Di Maria, Depay.
But again, I
imagine if you had a front line.
No,
But
but
I
you
think
see, no,
they failed
no.
to prove at
But-
Old Trafford.
One
No,
minute.
but you
Can I
see-
ask you a question? 1 minute.
Yeah,
Just 1 minute.
I'm
It's
coming
a
to the
small
answer.
question.
Okay, ask me.
Imagine if you had all these superstars firing and they're in their top form. a forward line of Sanchez, Di Maria, and Depay.
But you see,
Which
let
is
me tell
better
you
than
one
what
thing
you
that
have.
you guys don't seem to understand. A superstar at a certain league or a certain team doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a superstar at Old Trafford.
Okay, Sanchez at Arsenal is the same league.
But you can't compare Arsenal to Old Trafford.
why
That's
can't you not
completely
do
out.
that?
I
You are
can't.
saying-
I'm sorry, I cannot.
you
And
are
you can't
saying-
even say that because even we gave him Mkhitaryan and what have you guys done with
He's
him? He's
flop.
a flop there as
But
well.
what-
It was a flop exchange.
But now,
But
Let's
what,
just
what
settle
happens
that.
at Old Trafford,
the-
by the way, because you have said that there
are
is a
players.
lot of
There are
players that have
players.
left Old Trafford and I regret them, you know.
Yeah, but then again, look, let's
But
go
why?
to
What is
let's,
happening?
let's go to players who leave the Spanish league and come and play in the English league. They do have a tough time transitioning. United are not going to be as patient as the way Arsenal was with
No,
Ozil.
we've given
They'll
you
get rid
one
of a
matter.
player.
What have you done with him?
Sanchez? Sanchez
But
is the
Juan Mata
question.
has been a good. Sanchez it was an exchange of each other's flops.
No, Sanchez was not a flop at Arsenal. He was a flop at United.
Mkhitaryan
Mkhitaryan has been a flop
yes,
with
yes.
Mkhitaryan wasn't as bad.
I think you look at these players, most of them that have been flopping. You look at the Di Marias, you look at the Memphis Depays and the Sanchez. I think it's just the philosophy that like the way they are set up to play.
Yeah, I
And
think,
when you look at Depay, these are players that don't want a lot of winning matches and defensive responsibilities
Yeah.
on their shoulder. You look at Leon, they have told him, you just go out there and have
free
fun
roam.
and play. So you
But then
and
again
look at
also,
Sanchez.
which is why I'm saying-
Sanchez doesn't want to be restricted to playing at the wide
Yeah.
or as a number 9. Just tell
Let's
him,
have the free
play, just enjoy your football.
But to be honest with you, I don't feel Sanchez
your Manchester
is
is
a
what?
fit for United.
That's
Yes,
what we're
yes,
saying.
yes.
The
He's
football
not.
philosophy. The football
But
philosophy.
when you look at Memphis Depay, for me, I feel like we just weren't patient enough with him.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We just ran him out way too.
And this is
Okay,
what,
okay, now-
this is what has
Absolutely.
happened
Guys,
with the Lukaku
But Prince.
and whoever that you are planning to
Let's
sell.
run up now. We have to move on. Arsenal's game is kicking off in about roughly, I think, 40 minutes time. So first and foremost, let's just have a look at what Unai Emery and Sean Dyche, the managers of both clubs, had to say before the big game today. Thoughts and opinions of both managers, Unai Emery for Arsenal and Sean Dyche for Burnley. Of course, the Burnley team got an emphatic 3-0 victory in their opening fixture. Arsenal won 1-0 away from home at St. James Park. So both teams locked on at 3 points. Guys, how do you see this game panning out? Arsenal at home, they have an impressive record against Burnley. 10 games played, 9 wins, 1 draw. How do you see this
I'm
panning
still
out?
yet to see the Arsenal that I thought should be in terms of the signings
It's
and
one
how
game.
they're
It's only one
composed.
game.
All
And they
right?
didn't sign. The signings didn't start
And-
the
and-
last game.
Wacha kujitetea Delvin.
I'm just saying the truth.
Let us
First
see.
game.
Let us see the real Arsenal. You have a very amazing attacking lineup, and I really think you should do better than what you did last game.
Against
So
Newcastle. I agree. The performance
this
against
match,
Newcastle was a bit
you
lackluster.
should do better.
But then again, if
than
you
last
if you say signings, those signings didn't start.
But
They
you
came
see,
in like
that's where I
15
feel
minutes
like
to go.
Unai Emery is making the mistake because
Yes.
I would, if it was a personal choice, if I was coaching Arsenal, I
Nakuchezesha.
would start the signings against Newcastle, against Burnley, so they can get a
Please,
feel of
Salim,
the
I know you want
But-
to, probably I think you're echoing what I'm thinking.
But then again, you look at when the likes of Pepe came to Arsenal, he wasn't much fit. There
Thank
was
you.
a doubt. on
Exactly
him.
what I was going to
You
say.
look at David Luiz, he had a knock, so he didn't want to risk it, throw all of them in the deep end and then regret later. So
But
he
still,
gave.
I would have still given them some. I
They
don't
got
know.
a few minutes.
They got-
The likes of
oh,
Pepe got a few
Only
minutes.
Pepe got a
and
few
Ceballos.
minutes.
Ceballos played
Yeah.
Me personally,
almost
Salim,
half an hour.
why are you saying that Luis couldn't have played that much? And you know, Luis is from an English club that
But
He had
hey,
a knock.
Luis
We
would
have
have
said
started.
Yes.
he had
He
a
had a-
knock.
he had a knock.
He had a knock. That's why
not
they
all
didn't,
of them
they
could
didn't
have
want to.
started, but again, me personally, I think Luis angeletwa alafu maybe atolewe.
Let me just give Ban an example.
Mkishaji.
Let me give Ban an example. Did Pulisic start the first game against United?
No.
Why?
Because Pulisic had his own problems, and
It's not about that. I think it's about all about being match fit
But-
and learning the ways.
But I
of
don't
the
the
think,
team.
I
same
don't
thing-
think, I don't think in
you know
Chelsea's case
Historia.
it's that. I think, okay, what do you call this? Lampard has come with players who are on loan in Derby County,
Yeah.
like in amount. I feel like because he has a relationship with them, he found it better to start the players he has worked with before. So
very
I think in
different
Chelsea's
from-
case, it was a bit
from
different.
Arsenal's.
In Arsenal's, I honestly feel like he should have given some of them a starting time, some of them in the second half, so they can get a feel. These are the teams you guys need to have your new signings play against. You can't start playing them full 90 minutes against Liverpool.
yeah,
That will be a mess.
No.
yeah.
So for me today, I think I'm not an Arsenal fan. Never will I be in a million years. but
Acha kukuwa hata siku moja utajikuta.
Let me say-
let me
finish.
let me just say my
6
point.
years ago, huku
You-
unajua utawahi
fine.
support Man City. Ulikuwa Arsenal.
Jesus.
Let him finish, let
Let
him
me
finish.
say my point. I
But
let you
ulikuwa
speak.
Arsenal before uingie Man City.
Let me
Please,
speak.
Okay, Salim,
Bro,
but
Let
please,
me
but please.
finish my
Ulikuwa
sentiment.
Arsenal before uingie
For
Man
crying
City.
out
Okay,
loud,
but
those are your opinions.
Salim, continue.
Ah, bwana.
So I'm saying this. It's a matter. If you look at Arsenal, let's just be fair. That front six, if you get it right, we're not saying they're not a bad side.
Yeah.
You look at Ceballos, these are artists. Ceballos, the likes of Torreira. And you have a front three that has 80 goals in between them. It has got to tell you they're top quality. So if he gets it right today, we saw last season in the last game, they ripped Burnley apart at Turf Moor, 3-1 their last game. So I think for me today, Burnley, yes, we know they have had the best defensive record for the past 2 seasons, the EPL. But if you come up against a team that can pick pass, and if they allow Arsenal to have their way at the Emirates, I think with all guns blazing, I think they will be ripped apart.
And I think, as you've said, I think Emery also smart that he knows that, of course, he'd like to start those big names against Liverpool. So I think today, being a home game against a Burnley side that Arsenal usually beat, I think that's when now he's going to bring all these players in for probably, let's say,
Get ready
around
for the
70
next
minutes.
match, yeah.
70 minutes
I
would be good for them.
I honestly hope he does, but for me, I this is my new name for Unai Emery. The plotless manager.
But he's more
But
ideas
you even look at Manchester United. The problem, if you sign a player and you start him the first game of the season and he flops, sometimes it just goes into their mind. You look at Daniel James. Daniel James with all his quality, he was given that breath and then he came on and did what he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Turned up the
That's
stadium.
how-
Yes.
But then again, you guys are forgetting one thing. If you look at Manchester United signings, we have bought within the English Football League.
It doesn't
Arsenal
matter.
haven't bought within.
That's what
So you
Nicolette
need
Only
to
one,
say-
only
no,
one.
but then you see, that's exactly why I feel like a player like Pepe should be starting at least the first 60
You
minutes
sign- you sign-
against
starting.
such teams.
Listen,
Against such teams.
Na walimnunua
How
kwa
will he
deni
get a
mingi.
fee? How will he get a
you
fee?
sign this player, you give him the first game of the season rather, and everything goes south for him. Trust you me, somewhere it will play in his mind.
But do you
Are you trying to tell
even
me?
Pulisic,
Okay, wait,
Pulisic,
wait.
it wasn't even a matter of he wasn't
wait.
fit enough to play. These
Pulisic
players are
played
professional
in the-
footballers.
But he
But
played in the
against United is what you're talking about.
No,
'cause
no,
you're
no, but he
comparing.
played
In the warm-up
in
matches,
the,
I
in
mean,
the
the
preseason
preseason.
The
But
preseason
then
matches
again,
Preseason is a
if you
different
say
ballgame.
that, if you say that, when Arsenal did put Nicolas Pepe on, he was trending for the fact that he couldn't even touch the ball.
Yeah.
So
No,
you're
yeah,
trying to tell
that's-
me if it's about
that's-
about protecting him mentally, then he's mentally already
Oh my
destroyed.
God! Oh my God! I remember when you were panicking during the game at I think 70th minute, ukisema guy tunatoa wapi bao. That Nicolas Pepe, hiyo ndio kazi mlimnunua.
We actually scored in the 60th.
But you know the problem-
Let me tell you. Let me break it down.
That's the
But you know,
Let me
Delvin,
talk. Let me break it down.
let me
to
just
you.
finish one
I don't
point.
think people understand football in general.
So you're categorizing, you
Not
categorizing
us,
all of us.
Salim,
we are not
Salim.
understanding football.
You don't understand
Ni timu
it.
yenu
We can't
confused.
say-
I will
we
second
can't-
with,
we
but
can't
I will
agree
second
to
with
something
Delvin.
that is
Listen to my
wrong.
point.
Arsenal
Listen to my
yako
point.
I will
Stop
second
being
with
out of
Delvin here. You guys don't get the
listen.
essence of what we're
Pepe.
saying.
Sawa,
Pepe.
sawa, wacha akae kwa bench mpaka
Okay,
season iishe.
listen. You're not
Jesus
getting your point. You're not
Christ.
getting the point.
Mimi nimekuwa nao
Listen,
kuongea.
Pepe signed a week before the transfer window closed. True or false?
Absolutely.
He hadn't trained with the squad enough. True or false?
True.
The ideas of how the Unai wants to play, he still hadn't gotten them right into his system. True or false?
True.
It takes time for these players to be embedded into the new
Let me-
system. He wasn't even match fit because he left the African Cup of Nations,
Yeah,
went for
yeah,
holiday.
absolutely.
So when he came back, he was not match fit.
Allow me to say
Likewise to Torreira,
Wait,
not
let him
match
finish.
fit.
No, Torreira we
when
know
he was from Copa
was
America,
injured.
just-
No,
No, he was
Torreira
in
actually...
Even Copa America, he
No, but
didn't even
Torreira
play.
actually legitimately, he had an injury that hasn't 100%. He's not 100% fit to play. Torreira is out of that
He
equation.
did. Torreira,
Let us go with
no.
Pepe.
Okay, I'll cut it short. Me being an Arsenal fan, Torreira did play. He came on against Barcelona for the final.
Yeah.
I think 5 minutes. So he wasn't injured. It's a case of not being match fit. You're from a competition. You've gone on holiday for 2 weeks, not trained. So it takes time for your body to get used to that system again.
Clear.
So you can't just.
Can
bring
I
And you
those
see
players
what
who
happened.
Can
with
I
the-
say-
okay.
what
can I say
happened?
something?
What happened with Luis Suarez yesterday?
Exactly.
They rushed the situation because he has not been playing football.
Can I-
He has not been match fit. And
And what
yesterday
happened? He got injured.
started the match. He was injured. Why should you risk a
Niko
player
na
when
jambo.
you have almost 30 games to play? Just keep him on the
Niko na
bench.
jambo nataka kujibu. Nataka niseme hivi.
Crying out loud.
We,
You know,
tulia.
I understand you, son.
Please.
Sikiliza.
Let him finish so even make an add-on.
nikwambie. Kila team iko na scouts ambao huenda mna identify in your squad. Mnajua hapa hatuna mtu. So mna scout yule mtu ambaye analinganisha na amefikia vigezo vya kucheza ile nafasi. Mmechukua nafasi yenu, mmeenda mkachukua Pepe, mkamleta. I am not agreeing with you for the fact that unasema ati huyu mchezaji akikuja hayuko fit, anatakikana apatiwe time. Patiwe
that is
time
not-
gani na
that is not the-
mlimnunua ili
listen
acheze
to-
in that spot?
Listen,
You have bought
to
that.
my- Listen to my
Tumenunua
point
huyo
clearly.
mchezaji.
These
Listen
guys are
to my
not.
point
These are not
clearly.
the Josh Onyangos and
Exactly.
the Clifton
Did I
Masons
say
of
they
this
are?
world.
Listen.
These guys are professional footballers. Even Sadio Mane, super.
Did he play the
And
first game?
he was very
Did he
fit.
play
They
the
gave
first
him
game?
time to
Anyway,
rest.
Thank
by
you.
the way, what
On
are we
Monday,
Did
arguing
Sadio
about?
Mane play the first game for
What
Liverpool?
are we arguing
Jesus
about?
Listen, listen.
Community Shield.
What are we
Sadio Mane
arguing
was
about?
very fit, but they gave him
Listen.
time to rest. Why?
If
These
you don't
guys are
understand-
professional
And if you
footballers.
don't understand the role of all this,
Mutajiongelesha.
what fitness gets,
Because
I'm just trying to explain
No,
to you.
no, no. Wacha
Sadio
wacha
Mane
tupepe. Sikia, wacha
came
tupepe
in from
akae
the
kwa
African
bench.
Cup of
Let's
Nations.
let's
It's
see
not about
we don't
sitting
know
in the
football.
bench.
Let him
It's
sit on
not
the
about
bench
sitting in the
and
bench.
learn how to play
Nicolette,
football
it's
by
not-
Listen,
watching
why are you
it.
being salty? It's
I-
not about
It's not
sitting on
about
the
being
bench.
salty.
I am not
Take-
talking
They're
about Arsenal
giving
again.
It's a
Okay.
wrong Nini. It's a
Take
it's a wrong
Sadio Mane,
narrative.
for example.
It's-
Did he play the Community Shield?
But
Did
you
he
can't
play the
compare.
first game?
You
You've
can't
said-
compare Sadio Mane because he
Listen.
plays in the league already.
But where was he
That's
from?
not
He
the
hadn't
problem.
trained. He had gone out for holiday
my goodness.
after the African Cup of Nations.
But hey,
Sadio
your
Mane.
argument
and
These
then when
makes-
he
guys,
came-
your argument
there are
makes
two
absolute
things.
sense.
And
No,
when I
it's not
say-
making any sense.
and
They,
when
they,
I
they
say
either
this
give
man-
you rest or
and
it's
when I
about
say-
philosophy.
When I say this man was an Arsenal fan before he came
It's
to
I
not
am
about-
saying
That's why
I'm-
he's here shouting.
Nakata.
Anyway,
He's
it's not
here
about.
shouting.
Anyway, we will argue here forever because we are dealing with two people.
I am
who
not
don't
talking
actually
about Arsenal again.
Get the plot of football and fitness. But
It's
anyway,
okay, you guys get
we'll
the
have to
plot,
move on.
that's why
Our
Mdashidam make blunders.
the topic
Oh
of
my
discussion
goodness.
here was Arsenal versus Burnley. Where do you think Burnley can hurt Arsenal in this game? Defensively,
Defensively,
probably?
yes, because they have a Barnes who has already scored two
Yeah,
goals.
he scored two actually. Two.
Yeah,
And the other
he's-
guy scored a great goal.
Yeah,
What's
he's-
his name? The Icelandic guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
his name.
he's top quality. So I think Arsenal defensively, their biggest problem is
Yeah.
in that back line, because for me, I've always said time and time again, they say David Luiz is the best attacking defender. We don't care how good
Can
you
he
are.
defend?
Can
That's the
he
question.
defend?
Can he
That is the question. So I think today Burnley will come here and sit back. But the beauty about football, you can't defend for 90 minutes.
defend, yeah.
And if they do that against Arsenal, Arsenal get that first 11 right with all those artists in there. And if you have Ozil on song, and you can trust me,
I think
can pick
he's
passes,
back after
he will play
this,
today.
Should be
that all
starting.
the
he will play
issues that
today.
have been happening. But anyway, where do you see Burnley hurting Arsenal? Defensively, we agree there.
Yeah, of course.
Defensively, of
defense,
course,
yeah.
because that's where you guys
Leak a
forgot
lot of
to.
goals.
But again, I'm thinking about your back line a bit, because
That's the defense, yeah.
yes, that is the defensive line. What I'm talking about is, no matter whatever you're having, the Luiz guy you're having, he's not that top defender in terms of
And I agree.
whatever.
I
Okay,
agree with you.
Mistakes.
I know.
ziko all over.
And I didn't want him at Arsenal in the first place. So I agree
In
with you there.
fact, it depends on who he's standing with. In that,
I really don't think. But
so if you mess, nampatia mtu mbaya.
no, I don't think Luis is going to start. Given Unai Emery would have seen
Give
the
him
Newcastle
stuff
game,
and see.
and he had seen the back line. They were compact. They defended well, kept a clean sheet. So I think he'll still go with that back line.
Yeah,
If
but,
I'm not wrong.
but then again, if you look at the way Unai Emery plays, he likes building from the back.
Yeah,
When
and
you want to
yeah.
play that kind of football, David Luiz is
He's
a
a bit,
perfect
yeah.
fit.
Yeah,
But
he
is-
knows how
is-
to build the
my
ball.
only,
will.
my only issue with the David Luiz signing is he's still as good as he used to be a couple of years back. Because I always say it's a very high risk for you to buy an aging defender.
And
It is a risk. I feel Arsenal made it is a kind of a risk.
And what I say, I think Arsenal just bought him because the defender that actually Arsenal were going for, the club didn't want to sell
Yeah, absolutely.
for 100 million. They
Again-
didn't want to
but
sell.
again,
Arsenal
me-
offered 60. So I think Luis was brought in just to hold in for this season.
I nowadays-
and probably they'll go back in next summer and get the defender.
I nowadays
I think
sit
that's
down.
That's my
But-
opinion.
Delvin, I mean, I sometimes sit down and think and try to think, was Arsenal ready, when they signed Luis? Were you guys, did you think about it? Because ilikuja too abrupt, all right? Did you really think that
Think
this
into it,
is
yeah.
the main person, this is the man?
He
who-
is not the main
na
person,
unajua,
as
na
I've said.
unajua Luis alikuwa anapotea kwa sababu mimi najua kitu kimoja. Alicheza mpira na Lampard. So sometimes kuna kale kakitu kana kujanga, huyu msee hizi ni coach. Akapata an offer from Arsenal.
And he
ambayo
took it,
pia-
yeah.
And as I said, he was not the main person. The main person was Upamecano. We all know that. It's
Yeah.
been on the news.
But you
they
guys also
refused to
had
sell.
kept a deal for Nathan Ake, Ake, which
Okay,
I
Ake
feel would
one, I
have,
don't know how legit it was.
yeah, but
to
I
be
feel
quite
like
honest.
that would have been a correct move from you guys because he's young, he's fresh,
But then
he's
again,
in
you
the
see-
league.
Would like to establish
I
himself
agree.
in that
He's younger than David Luiz, but then again, I think Arsenal went at it this way. They saw Ake, they saw Upamecano. 70, they wanted 75 for Ake.
75.
Yeah.
Upamecano is 100.
Yeah, Muku ana-
So they looked and compared and said, we'll just wait next summer and get Upamecano for 100 because he's a better player than I.
And sometimes,
that's the
as much as the management wants to buy a player, they usually tell the coach, go and deliberate on it overnight and think if he's the right buy. And if you look at Manchester United, trust you me, if you ask a lot of Man U fans, if Daniel James is as good as he is for Man United, most of them, trust me, they'll tell you no, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sat with himself and said, this guy will perfectly fit in my system the way he play. So sometimes it just boils down to the coach's philosophy. And you look at Unai Emery, as we have said, he likes playing ball. And David Luiz is a liability in himself. But when they find a team that they can run over and play ball,
Like
he
the
can even
Burnleys.
pick a pass, a 60-yard pass.
He can. He normally.
But then again, also, I always say when you meet up against teams like Burnley, who they know
Absolutely.
they cannot beat this team,
He's also
their
got-
tactic is to
to
go
sit
there
back.
and be as rough as they can.
Absolutely.
So a player like Luis becomes a liability
yeah,
for you
that's
guys
what-
because he's injured. He's older. So for him to get injured and be out for another 8 weeks is
Yeah,
very high
you
possibility.
you come up against defensive sides, you see
Yeah.
the liability of David. But if you come up against teams that want to go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, they want also to play, then you'll say David Luiz is a very good defender. So it depends with whichever opponent they come up against. So they come up against a tiki-taka kind of team, David Luiz is good for it. They come up against the teams like Leicester City that wants to run at you, David Luiz is an absolute liability.
Yeah.
We've talked about Arsenal sana.
Don't worry,
Hawa
Chelsea.
watu wawili. Hawa wawili
Okay.
mafans wa Arsenal. Can we move?
Okay, now let me.
I'm not
let me
sitting in between here again.
you
but
won't
then
you
next
sit there.
time.
You won't sit in between.
I
Now
don't think I
Go
want to
there,
be.
because
I need,
I want
I
to
need,
be-
I need your predictions for this game, Burnley versus Arsenal. I'll start with Salim.
Nicolette, go first.
No.
Okay, Nicolette, go first.
I
But
think-
Prince, I'll come to you.
I
after the
think,
break.
and I hope you guys don't let me down because I'm 50-50 about this. But I'll give Arsenal a 2-1 win.
2-1 victory to Arsenal.
With that front three, 3-1.
3-1 to Arsenal.
My friend.
Well, for me, I don't know if I'm going to. I'll go because I still have a feeling Arsenal will concede a goal.
Yeah.
I'll go 4-1.
Oh.
And hopefully-
Wow. Hey, Delvin.
I think-
I know that EPL has started and I know you're generous when it comes
No,
to giving
because I
goals.
think last season it ended 4-1.
But this
against
is
Burnley.
a new season.
It's a new season and we are better.
Reset your mindset.
And we are better.
Oh, goodness.
So I am going for 4-1 still, and I think Pepe, Lacazette, and Aubameyang will get on the score sheet. That's just my personal.
All right. I hope it
At least
doesn't.
again,
Is
Arsenal are
Lacazette,
actually
is Lacazette,
2-1.
is Lacazette even, is he
I
fit
don't-
to play?
I think
Because you know the reason why he did not start.
because of the knock he had
Yes.
against. I don't know. I haven't seen the lineups yet, but the lineups I'm sure should be out by now. But I think if he starts, I really want to see that front three. I really want to see that front three.
I think it's just, to be honest with me, if I think about it, I don't think Arsenal have built a technical team, they've built a fantasy football league team.
I don't even have any player.
She's possible. She's personal and she's salty. I don't understand.
Salty, I just feel like...
I don't know.
I just, okay,
Have
let me, can I say my point that you cut me short? Can I just say it?
okay.
Can I just say my point?
that
No, wait, wait. Okay, let me just say.
Okay.
You know, the thing that I really felt bad about Nicolas Pepe is I feel like it's not even a matter of the coach. Let me leave Unai Emery out of this. I feel like the players don't trust him enough to even give him a pass.
Where does
Because he was running aimlessly. Guys weren't even passing towards him. As in, mimi nilimwonea huruma.
I'm not going to argue with you because sometimes I just think you really
You know, you
don't know
watch
what
These
to talk
are
about.
personal
I'm not going
issues
to say-
against
and it's
Arsenal.
also-
Personal.
I'll just let you.
Fantasy
it be.
Football League
Now,
team.
but Prince, prediction for Arsenal versus Burnley.
Draw.
A draw. You're going for a
I
draw.
said it even from the beginning when you were asking about
Did
the
I ask
top,
you prediction?
the top 5.
Oh, that's
predictions.
like
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago, weeks ago.
Burnley. I have
And how many of those have you
I
been
know
wrong?
it's your
never know
opinion,
which.
but I'll tell you that is very wrong.
Like he said, Norwich would get a point
Yes.
from Liverpool.
It's okay when I said that. It's okay when I thought
It's
so.
very wrong.
Even I thought so. I thought Norwich would surprise us.
500 each.
500
so-
pesa kidogo bana.
1,000
500.
each.
That's it.
I'm not
That's
sitting in
it.
between these guys again.
But
by the
Prince,
way.
draw, scoreless draw or a goal draw?
Goal draw.
A goal draw.
Yes, goal draw. Arsenal watafunga bao.
I don't see a draw in
I
this
think
game.
mtaanza kufunga. Mtaanza kufunga. Unajua you people, I think there's
I don't know
something
what
special with
I
Arsenal
think Bad
during
Prince
the
Noma just has a problem. You have a problem now with Man United fans. You've been having a problem with Arsenal for the
He's a
past. I
Chelsea
don't know
fan.
how
He has a
long.
problem with everything.
What is happening to you? Have you going a bit crazy because of 2 defeats in a row?
No, I'm not going crazy. You really have to take it as normal as it is. Chelsea kifungwa haimaanishi kwamba sasa you know we are that big club that team
Give
tukifungwa
us a
kila
break.
mtu anasherehekea. Watu wa Arsenal wanasherehekea, watu wa Manchester United wanasherehekea.
but Prince-
So wakati walitupiga nne
Let me tell you
walisherehekea.
something.
I'm telling you,
Ba.
you have nothing to tell me.
Let me
Let me
console
finish
you,
with
Kiasi.
Delvin.
Let me console you. Kiasi. Arsenal
finish.
fans were on your side that day. Because
Yes,
they were bitching as
You
much
should
as
be
you
on-
guys were. They were on your
Yes.
side when we
When-
beat you guys 4-0. They were like, oh, it's a honeymoon
But
season.
of course,
blah,
it's-
blah, blah.
in any-
They were talking more than Chelsea fans.
No, in a normal case, in a
That's
normal
how you know we
case,
support
no,
a
in a
big
no-
team.
in a normal case, when United are playing let's say Chelsea, for example, they're playing Chelsea. Of course, City fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans will be backing Chelsea.
We don't want
Let
your
me
back.
Not
Let me
that,
tell you,
not that we
do you
need
know-
to give you the backing.
No, they backed you guys. They spoke
Not that
more
we
than
need-
you guys.
Okay.
But you even forgot that they were
My
Chelsea
God.
fans.
Let me rephrase this. Not that we
That
need
is
to
how
give you the
bad
backing.
they are. They
but
talk.
Listen,
You
but
talk. Yes, okay. Sorry.
I should just switch off your mic.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Not that we would prefer an Arsenal fan, City fan, Liverpool fan, Chelsea United. We definitely prefer a Chelsea victory in such a game. Salim,
I
please
think
tell me
the
if I'm
only
wrong.
thing about
Yeah.
that game that made us celebrate more was the fact that Chelsea in the first half were the better. Let me be professional. Chelsea in the first half played a better game. How you guys were not able to score any goals is still
They
a
have no
miracle.
strikers, that's
For
the
me,
step.
I feel like
don't know.
Tammy Abrams needs to go and get his eyes checked. Maybe he needs lenses because he keeps hitting the pole.
Manchester,
Don't talk ill of that.
Manchester United.
Please, don't.
For just to be honest,
That will be personal.
Manchester United never played that throat-cutting football,
Football,
against
yeah.
Chelsea. What played in the hands of Man U is just that pace up front.
The luck.
And the
Because
counter-attacks,
they,
yeah?
they never even, let's say, completed 10 passes before goal. It was just 1-2 passes and then that long
I think
ball.
We
That
literally
pace
didn't
was
work
key.
hard
That pace.
enough for those
And I
for
think
that
now,
score.
I think where United are going to get the problem. I know United is not in our topic of discussion. Against Wolves, a team that now sits back, where will you get those spaces to counter?
Don't ask
That
me,
is the
Colette,
problem.
because he's
That
from
is the-
both
I think-
sides, eh?
That we'll discuss that on Monday.
That
please.
will be discussed on Monday. But then now, of course, now we have to jump. We have discussed Arsenal. We've gained a draw, win for Arsenal. Now we'll move on to City with the big game of the day, City vs Spurs. This is going to be a crunchy affair. I think it's the final day game of today in the English
Yeah.
Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah.
Yeah, 7:30.
7:30. So before we go for a break, I want us to have a look at the coaches, the managers, rather, Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp. What am I thinking about Liverpool?
Because you face them next week.
Maurizio, you know.
You're so tense.
Anyway. Now we'll go for a short break, and then when we come
Madumarated.
back, we'll be having a look at Pep Guardiola and Maurizio Pochettino's press conference ahead of the big game today. Now, do not go anywhere and just stay tuned.